these two teams have gone at it this season. The first back in Central Arkansas on the 15th of January. It went to overtime, and the 6'10 sophomore Damian Forrest wins the tip for North Alabama as we show you the starting lineups that are presented to you by North Alabama Online. Advance your career with North Alabama Online, a global leader in online education. And a tip in close to goaltending, but Damian Forrest 2 points to start the game.
That's what North Alabama needs to do. Get to the rim, get easy shots.
And the other way up at the top, you see 14, Colin Cooper, a sophomore guard.
Colin Cooper is an elite shooter. Know where number 14 in black is at all times, because if he's open, it's going up.
Hunter dishes it out, and a three up and good. Eddie Kalud puts Central Arkansas ahead. We've already played 40 seconds, and both teams with a bucket.
Yeah, and the key tonight for North Alabama is simple. Two things: transition defense. This team from Central Arkansas plays fast. You've got to get back and match up. And then don't settle for good shots. The Central Arkansas defense tends to break down late in the shot clock. Get great shots. Keep penetrating and kicking it out.
Nice feed from Ortiz. Forrest couldn't convert. Excellent pursuit by Will Susi.
That's what Will Susi does. He's Mr. Hustle out here on the floor.
Free throw line jumper off the mark. Howell loses the handle off that one, bringing down that rebound, Jared Chatham, and now Colin Cooper going to limp off of the floor. And Matt, not what Central Arkansas wants already without three players of their own.
Yeah, three key guys, Hall, Klintman, Reeves, all down for the night. You don't need Cooper to go down as well. You need his shooting. Without his shooting on the floor, the Bears are a little easier to guard because the defense don't have to keep up with just such a dynamic shooter. Now everybody's kind of the same, plays the same way, and so it makes them a little more easier to guard.
It'll be a 6'3 sophomore, Lewis McDaniel, that checks in. He's played 9 games, yet to score, and now has the opportunity to change that trend, likely an uptick in his minutes.
Yeah, he's going to have to play big. Somebody for the Bears are going to have to step up tonight. Who's that guy that's going to answer the call?
Now up at the top, they give it around. There's that stud freshman, Cameron Hunter. A step back three on the way off.
That was excellent defense by North Alabama. You can tell they're playing personnel defense. They're going under some screens, over some screens. They're going over on Hunter, and that was Will Susi going over the down screen, get a hand up, contest that shot, and force the air ball.
And quickly the other way, C.J. Brim kicks it out to Ortiz, splitting a double team, then loses the handle. And Jared Chatham, one of the hottest players in the ASUN as of the last few games, gets up with that steal. Jared Chatham had really good numbers before ASUN play, and then since then they have trended upward. He's got 5 games of double-digit rebounds, all of those in ASUN play this season. As Kalu long on that layup, down it comes to UNA, and the other way the Lions push the break. Brim shoves a man off and lays it in.
C.J. Brim is so fast in transition. If you don't get back quickly, he's already in the paint, and that's exactly what happened right there for the Lions to regain the lead.
Central Arkansas with some speed of their own getting up the court. This is Olowokere.
The Bears are the 15th fastest pace offense in the country, according to Synergy Sports. They move up and down. They get quick shots.
That three left short. Hunter, easy offensive rebound. Spins and drags that pivot foot. Finally, we've got a little bit of a lull in the action. Let's get to some keys to the game. Matt, your map to success first for North Alabama.
For North Alabama, it's transition defense. You guys got to get back. You got to match up. Then the other thing is you can't settle. Don't settle for good shots. This defense will break down. Keep penetrating. Keep kicking. Get great shots.
C.J. Brim going to bring it up. Central Arkansas backs off of their press. Brim dancing and laying it in off the glass. Back-to-back buckets, C.J. Brim.
That's really what the Lions need. They need their senior point guard to be in rhythm tonight and in control of the offense.
Chatham loses the handle of it. Jump ball. And possession stays with Central Arkansas. Matt, your map to success to get that treasure W for Central Arkansas.
You got to turn up the pressure. North Alabama has struggled against pressure defense here lately. Turn it up, get some turnovers, make it tough on them, and then the second thing, get to the rim. If you can get to the rim, get some easy shots, especially against this defense, and when you're limited, get as many shots at the rim, get that defense to break down. Then that's where you find Hunter on the perimeter for him to do some work.
Kalu flexing his muscles there, working hard against Dallas Howell.
Kalu now has all 5 points for the Bears, doing a great job working. He made the threes in rhythm.
C.J. Brim spots up for 3. How about 7 straight points from UNA's point guard, CJ Brim.
Well, and that's what happens when you get an easy one at the rim. That's why you don't need to settle for just good shots. Get great shots, because now CJ Brim's in rhythm. That's a good three in the secondary break.
Olowokere responds the other way.
Olowokere's got a great chance tonight to really step up and continue to be a really good player for Central Arkansas. He's got the right body type. He plays the game the right way, and I know he likes to see that three ball go down.
We're 3 nights removed from NBA All-Star Night, the All-Star game taking place, and they're putting on a showcase of their own and ripping this one away. Olowokere, one man to beat. It's Forrest, takes the bump, hoop. And in this season, of course, that coming a little over a month ago on the 15th of January back in Central Arkansas. Needed more than 40 minutes to settle this one.
Yeah, that was a fun game, back and forth affair, went to overtime. Central Arkansas twice came back from 6 and 8 point deficits in the last minute of regulation and overtime to win that game, and so they know they can weather the storm against this Lions team to potentially pick up a big road win here tonight.
Inside, you see CJ Brim being aggressive, already 7 points through that first 4-minute intermission. Now takes the high screen from Forrest. Kicks it out. Ortiz pulls up this one from long range. Too strong. Nice strong rebound. Damian Forrest. Lions can reset. This is Susi. Makes his move. Has it poked from behind.
That was a good recovery there by Hunter. It's a little bit of a gamble, but he's got long enough arms and he's quick enough that he was able to sneak in there and get that deflection.
Susi, the inbound man, had a really good performance against Central Arkansas. Set career highs in points, field goals made, and free throws made. As a foul committed by Cameron Hunter. In that outing, Will Susi, 23 points, 8 for 8 from the field, and made all 6 of his free throws.
And the Lions don't necessarily need 23 points from Will Susi tonight, but they need him to be productive. He's got a great opportunity right here to add in the scoring column, and he needs to keep being aggressive on the offensive end.
The inbound man to Daniel Ortiz, driving left. Now takes the kick out, has it poked away. Central Arkansas being very aggressive on the defensive end, and Ortiz lays that one in.
It's a great job by Daniel Ortiz to be crafty in the paint, get your body into the defender so the defender's a little off balance, can't get that shot block. Olowokere's so much longer than Ortiz. He knew, used the body contact and the rim as an extra help for that layup.
Cameron Hunter hearing it from some of the UNA students in attendance as he feeds down low. Kealu and puts that one in.
And what Kealu did on that possession is he did his work early. He got great deep position against Dallas Howell, who's trying a three-quarter front defense, and a good pass there by Hunter.
Ortiz uses that shoulder to shield off the defender. Too strong on the layup the other way. McDaniel, his shot from 3, too short. Bears bring it down, throws up another one, too strong, and CJ Brim takes a hand right smack dab in the face. A little slow to get up, but he's good.
CJ Brim's going to get in the mix. He's not scared to back down from a contest. He knows he's got to get in there and rebound, and that's all the guy does right there. He's all heart, takes the contact, but it gets the possession for the Lions. That's the big thing about that hustle play right there by CJ Brim, because it was all numbers for Central Ark. They got in transition. They were able to get the shot up, but they weren't able to get it down.
You and I both know that he will be, CJ Brim, the smallest man in terms of stature, 5'9", $170, but makes up for it with speed and toughness.
He's all heart, man. He loves the game. He loves his teammates. He does things the right way. He's exactly what you want a student athlete to be.
And now he will go to the baseline to inbound.
When North Alabama inbounds, they're going to do some screens, some cuts. They don't get that first look. They're just going to free play from there. They're going to play off of each other and just take what the defense gives them.
There you see Alexa Matic, who has checked in with the injury to Isaac Chapman. He's been a big part of the rotation these last 3 games. Commits the turnover there. McDaniel shields him off, and they're going to whistle Matic for that body.
That's just 2 things you don't want to do when you check in the game. You obviously don't want to turn it over, but then when you get back, you're going to see Matic swat right there. When you swat, that defender trailing at the bottom of your screen, all he sees is you swatting down the contact. He's going to call that foul every time.
So 2 free throws present themselves for Lewis McDaniel, a 6'3" sophomore out of Nashville, Tennessee, played at Ensworth. And for the first time this season, Lewis McDaniel gets up on the board.
And McDaniel's played hard. He's had a defensive matchup. He's had to slow down CJ Brim, which is tough to check in and do. And he's competed hard for the Bears so far.
Connects on both free throws here. And now he will check out. In his place comes Jackson Baker. So out goes 6'3", enters 6'7".
And Baker is a stretch four man. He's going to really look to stretch the floor. He's probably one of the better shooters all on the whole floor right now.
Finds Susi. He drives in, almost uncontested. Has to use a little muscle. Baker couldn't get there in time.
Well, Baker was late. He got cut off on a little pin down screen, and he opened his hips. Once you open your hips and give up middle, you're burnt.
Baker on the wing. Works its way down low to Chatham.
And the Lions have gone zone right here, switched up their defense on the Bears.
Hunter, no-look feed. Olowokere couldn't handle it, but regains his composure and puts in that jumper.
And what happened there, Olowokere cut across the paint. Daniel Ortiz was matched up on the post player in the zone. Ortiz has got to release right there and go contest that jump shot and let Damian Forrest pick up the post player.
Another walk-up three for Brim. Left that one a little short. Here comes Hunter the other way. Sprints inside, splits a double team, and lays it in. Tough finish. And finally, somebody other than Kalud and Olowokere has scored for the Bears.
And that was the two things North Alabama can't do. That was a settled shot by C.J. Brim, and then they don't stop the ball in transition defense. This is what Central Arkansas wants every team to do. Go ahead and take a decent shot, a good shot, and we're going to race it down your throat.
Kalud just lost the handle of that pass, and UNA gets a freebie. Pop Cisse going to check in for North Alabama. He takes the spot of Damian Forrest, who gets a well-deserved breather. Across the way you see Kalud. He has checked out of the game. In his place comes Elias Cato.
It's that classic sub by both head coaches. Get you guys a little bit extended break right here before the media.
Ortiz works one-on-one. Has to kick it out to Brim. High screen and roll. Ortiz working again. Now takes up this three. Shot clock winding down. It doesn't matter. DJ Ortiz with 7, and he pokes that. As he has some coaching experience. Comes from being a player in his own right.
Yeah, he's the third Ole Miss player in history to have your number retired. When you got your number hanging in the rafters, you're a really good basketball player.
There are only 2 other players in Ole Miss history across all sports as that three rattles out by Olowokere, one of those names being the great Archie Manning. Need I say more? Montic, stop and go, Euro steps and plows right into Jared Chatham, commits the charge.
And both turnovers by Montic here have been forced. He forced a bad pass right there. Got to see the help side. Chatham was there the whole time, which great job by Chatham to stand there and take that contact. But Alexa Montic got to be heads up right there.
Italian D. Brown going to take the place of Montic, who's going to sit with 2 fouls, already in foul trouble early. Takes a little coaching across the way from head man Tony Pujol of North Alabama in his 4th season leading the program. First coach in the Division I era for the Lions.
Still a zone look here from North Alabama.
And a three all alone in the corner. Alligator arms that one, bringing it down. Will Susi. And now he's going to push the break. And finds D. Brown. That pass just a little too hot. Another turnover for the Lions, Matt, already their 5th.
Yeah, just a sloppy start here for the Lions. The Bears are switching everything, and so when the defense is switching everything, you want to move the ball quickly to try to get that defense out of position. But just a little too much sauce right there on that pass to Italian Brown.
This one works its way around to Cato at the free throw line. Olowokere. Kealu all alone, too short. And losing the handle on that pass, Elias Cato.
Coach Boone quick to hop up, give a clap to Cato. Hey, that's great hustle. We want him to go get offensive rebounds. That's a turnover you'll live with as a head coach because the young man did get you an extra possession.
C.J. Brim walks this one across. Matched up with Hunter. Now they switch it. Brim, turnaround fadeaway. Look at that. C.J. Brim makes it look easy.
And C.J. Brim now leading all scorers with 9 points as he continues to work his dribble penetration.
All alone, Baker's three, good!
Great ball movement by Central Arkansas. It's quick, that secondary break against the zone. 2 passes back to Baker. The defense wasn't communicating for North Alabama, and you can't leave a shooter like Baker wide open.
Driving inside, Will Susie, strong drive and a strong shot. Bringing this one down is the Bears. The other way, here comes Hunter. No look dish, works its way around to Cato. The Bears not afraid to play a little showtime, and a 3 from Cato, way too strong. The other way, D. Brown finds Ortiz.
And that time North Alabama did a great job matching up in transition, forcing that long contest.
Pull up 3, Ortiz off right. Here come the Bears, pushing the break. Olawakari, turnover, Brim, Lions have numbers. Right side, Brim uses that arm, off the mark. Brim did everything but complete the finish, and Will Susie draws a whistle at the expense of Jackson Baker.
This is great hustle by by those 2 guys, Brim and Susie right there. Susie not giving up on the play, not assuming that C.J. Brim's going to make it, continues to race down the floor, get that offensive rebound. Now has a chance at an and 1. Don't blame Susie for taking his time right here. He's played the entire game, and when he plays as hard as he can. You can tell he's a little fatigued right now.
Will Susie to the free throw line on the year, 71% success rate. Right now, Matt, 6 starts on the year. All of those have come in ASUN play. Of course, it is of note, too, some of UNA's rotation has had to change in large part. Obviously, Peyton Youngblood already out. 4th straight game now. They're also without Isaac Chapman. That's why you've seen Montage and also the man at the line, Will Susie. Their roles have upticked in this rotation with those.
No question. Those young men have earned it, too. They've earned it in practice every day, doing things the right way, earning the trust of their coaching staff, that it's time to call their number and they're ready to go.
Will Susie in ASUN play for the Lions. 7.5 points and 5 rebounds are his averages in 24 minutes per night. He has played in every single ASUN game. Baker, catch and shoot 3, too hard. And comes back down to Kealu. McDaniel feeds it back into him. The big man has it tipped away. Heads up play, DJ Ortiz.
And that's what you do in that zone. You just kind of work your area, be ready, keep your hands up and active. Really nice job there by that entire North Alabama defense to get that deflection.
Chasing it down. Now here comes Baker. Kicks it back out. Kealu, his 3 in the face of Montage.
Kealu's just been in rhythm from the start. You don't blame the Bears for continuing to trust him to shoot the ball. He comes in only shooting 30% from the 3-point line, only taking 44 attempts before this game, but 2 for 2 here in this one.
Olawakari, the first man to double figures. He's got 10. Now this is Brim. Makes his move. A step back fadeaway off left. Montage pursues that one, corrals it. Hand off to Brim. Can't go baseline. There's the drop cross, up and under, and he's going to draw the block. And yet again, C.J. Brim, another hard foul on the deck. And this time, he does not pop up so quickly.
It's going to be a hard fall. You're going to see him fall kind of flat on his back right there. Never feels good falling on the hardwood, but that possession was all C.J. Brim for North Alabama. Yeah, Alexa Montage got the offensive rebound, but you want to see North Alabama have a little better off-ball movement. The guys that don't have the ball are standing a little stagnant right now. They've got to get moving so this North Alabama dribble penetration has passing lanes.
C.J. Brim, an 83% shooter. That is good enough for number 8 in the ASUN. Connects on his first one. C.J. Brim, he was a transfer out of Pearl River Community College, played from Tupelo, Mississippi. Now in his 3rd year as a member of the North Alabama Lions. Successful on both free throws here, and now he will trot off. In his place comes Omar Figueroa.
And we keep talking about great opportunities for guys, but this is a great chance for Figueroa right here to defend at a high level, be efficient on the offensive end, move the ball. If you get a shot, knock it down.
Comes into Chatham, just inside of the three-pointer in the corner. Feeds McDaniel, his floater up and in. Lewis McDaniel, now he's got his first basket of the year. Now a stoppage of play as we've got a whistle.
North Alabama turned it over there, just going a little too fast. And again, that's why I say turn up the pressure if you're Central Arkansas. Already now North Alabama up to 6 turnovers. If you keep turning up that pressure, it's just more and more opportunities for you.
Chatham loses the handle, the steal. Forrest now having this one poked back at. And referees say jump ball. Possession arrow goes by way of North Alabama.
A nice job there by Damian Forrest. Get that deflection, be the first one to the floor. Typically when you're the first one to the floor, you get rewarded.
Olowokere going to check in. Out goes freshman of the year contender Cameron Hunter. Hunter just 2 points. That's Central Arkansas, really, their points coming by 2 guys that you really wouldn't have expected to be at the top of the list. As Ortiz, his 3, good! DJ Ortiz, three-pointer number 2, he's got 10.
You can't give that much space to Ortiz. When you back up, a shooter like him is going to take advantage.
Kalu gets Madic up in the air. Olowokere, his 3, rims out. 2 pokes at it for Kalu. Wasn't just the head coach, drove the bus, had to do all the laundry, and now he finds himself here at the Division I level.
Yeah, Coach Poole is a hard worker. He comes at it every day, wants the best for his guys, for this program, wants to continue to elevate North Alabama throughout this Division I process, and has done a great job of getting the most out of the guys he's gotten here.
Tony Pujol, a man of blue collar. That's the type of players he wants to go get, and that's the type of players that he's got in this program.
Yeah, this team plays hard. Now, you look at the record, you see it there, 2-12 in league play, but that doesn't measure up to how hard this team plays and when they compete. They've only gotten blown out once or twice in league play. They've been in every game, just haven't been able to get over the hump.
Olowokere couldn't hold on to that one, hands it off to Cameron Hunter. And now this is Baker rotating top of the key. A catch and shoot 3 for Baker, leaves that one short. Right into the hands of D. Brown. Brown pushes the break. Catch and shoot, Madic. Too strong. Jared Chatham, another rebound.
Good driving kick there by D'Italian Brown.
And the other way, Kalu lays this one in. He's got a dozen.
And that's that transition attack of Central Arkansas. If you stop the ball, you better be matched up somewhere else because they're going to find the open man, and right there, Kalu slashes, gets to the rim.
Step back 3, rolls out. Ortiz couldn't connect the other way. Here comes Hunter. Works against Madic. A lot of space created there.
But Madic cutting him off actually kept Hunter from seeing Chatham was wide open in the middle of the paint.
And tried to go down low to Chatham. He's looking for a whistle. It's going to fall on deaf ears. Matt, if you're Central Arkansas, you're happy you've got the lead, but maybe even more so, you've done so really without your 2 biggest scorers having the leeway here on the year. Chatham averaging 11, Hunter 14. That's 25 a game. Right now, just 2, both of those Cameron Hunter.
Yeah, and they're doing a great job offensively, just being efficient. They're shooting 44% from the field. They're also +3 on the boards, are the Bears, and so when you do those things, you've got a good chance to win on the road.
D. Brown loses the handle and gets it right back from the man who stole it. Figueroa, step back 3 in the corner, in and out. Susi mistimes the putback. Jared Chatham gets his 3rd rebound.
And that's this North Alabama team competing. We just talked about that. D. Brown turns it over. He doesn't give up on it. He gets it back. Figueroa, step back 3, just got the unlucky bounce.
Chatham, a high-low feed to Kalu. Works on the block, kicks it out of a double team. Hunter's 3, it's good. Cameron Hunter traditionally doesn't do a lot of his damage from behind the arc, but he gets that one to go. He's got a handful.
Yeah, Will Susi doubled down on Kalu right there, but he didn't close out fast enough.
And somebody didn't close out Damian Forrest. He gets an easy one.
And that's a good job by Damian Forrest to get at the rim and get an easy shot.
Chatham kicks this one out to Baker. Stops and pops for a mid-range jumper. He connects. Central Arkansas getting it done really in between the paint and the arc.
Yeah, and their secondary break, that's what they like to do. They're going to try to get a look at the rim or the 3 early. If they can't get that, that next drive is where they're trying to score.
DJ Ortiz a little strong. Skying for the board there. Forrest, D. Brown, second chance. In and out. Chatham rips down his 4th rebound.
It's a good look for D'Italian Brown right there.
No look feed to Baker. Turnaround fadeaway the other side. Rebound tipped around. Kalu. 3rd try at it. Goes to the other side. Leaves this one short. D. Brown says, thank you very much.
And somebody in white's going to have to box out Kalu. I know he's a big load, but you're going to have to box him out.
And a strong shoulder, no call. DJ Ortiz wondering how he didn't get that one. Chapman takes it the other way. Kalu, he draws the foul of Damian Forrest. Talk about Kalu, Matt. 6'7", 230 pounds. I mean, he could play an NFL tight end.
Yeah, he's a big body, and he's playing really, really hard right now. He knows how to use his physicality and his strength to his advantage. He's shown that, but he's also shown he's got good footwork. He's not just a big physical guy. He's getting up and down the floor pretty quickly.
Kalu on the year, a 78% free throw shooter. He's only missed 7 of his 32 attempts. Puts in the first one here. Kalu out of Paris, France, played his high school basketball at the very prestigious Oak Hill Academy. Averages near 11 points and 4.5 boards. As you see, he has well exceeded those averages, and we've still got more than a half of basketball to play. Central Arkansas finds themselves up 9 seconds at minimum away from the final media break of the first half. Lions would like to find a way to cut down this deficit. They feed it to Susi at the free throw line. Gets this one back from Modic. Left block, the lay-in spins, not enough on it. Chatham yet again another rebound and hands it off to Hunter, who loses the handle of it. D. Brown, one man to beat. Can he do it? Yes, he can.
D. Brown's been really active on the defensive end. He's got quick hands, and he's using those to his advantage right now. He has forced a few turnovers so far, making the most of his minutes, and that's what North Alabama needs. They've got to start getting some stops.
That's just what the doctor ordered if you're head coach Tony Pujols. Jab step, Chatham, first jumper, and he gets it. Chatham hasn't taken a jumper all night, and now he finds himself on the scoreboard.
And a guy like Chatham can get going quickly. You got to get a hand in his face.
There's another man who can get going, Alexa Modic.
This North Alabama team's relentless. They don't give up. That's a great job. Don't hang your head after giving up an easy shot. Kick it out and let Alexa Modic make this a 6-point ball game.
Modic missed his first 3, makes his second one right there. Now Chatham, a high-low feed underneath. One more opportunity presents itself, and does as he did the first time. Just points 20 and 21 on the year scored for Bounds. Has not been a very big part of this rotation. In fact, only his 12th game played on the year. Touched on it earlier, Matt. Central Arkansas without 3 players. That's obviously going to put some kinks into your rotation, hence the reason that he gets some time here.
No question, and every guy's got to come in and produce, and that's what Bounds did. He got great position against the zone of North Alabama.
Look at D. Brown splitting the double team and spins it with class off of that backboard. Brings UNA within 6.
Got to talk to Coach Tom Berryman before the game. He said, we need good D'Italian Brown tonight. We need the D'Italian Brown that attacks and helps us defensively. And so far, number 1 has done that for the Lions.
Has indeed. 2 of 3 from the field so far. And Caleb Hunter all alone. And that 3 is up and good. Correction, Cameron Hunter, that is. That's his second 3 of the ball game. Again, we don't usually see him hit those very often.
No, but with that much space, as great of a scorer as he is, that's all he needs, right? He's a scorer at all 3 levels, and the Lions have to respect that.
And he gets a block on the defensive end at the expense of D. Brown.
And a lot of reasons for Hunter's percentages being low is he takes a lot of shots, and so as a freshman, that tends to happen.
Figueroa off the backboard and lays that one in. A nice move from the true freshman out of Puerto Rico.
Great move, great touch. That leads to a great shot. That's what we talk about for North Alabama, but for them, for the Lions, you've got to get stops.
Kalu all alone, my goodness. There's got to be some skin peeling off of that hand. He's got 17. The other way, that 3 left short. Hunter rips it down. Here come the Bears the other way. Lions 3 defenders back on the break. Hunter, coast to coast, he goes and finishes this one. Figueroa took that one right on the jaw too. Hunter a little slow to get up. The other way, Howell makes sure he's behind the 3 line and then has it blocked away by Baker.
It's a great recovery by Baker right there as they stop the play to check on Hunter, but a really good recovery by Baker on a great shooter in Dallas Howell.
And certainly hope Cameron Hunter can come back in this game, slowly walking off. Again, a freshman of the year contender with his numbers. 14 points per game, 4.5 rebounds, 3 assists. And maybe the most impressive stat to me, Matt, is the fact that most of his damage comes inside the 3 line.
Yeah, he does a really good job in transition of getting dribble penetration. That's where a lot of it comes from because of how Central Arkansas plays. People don't stop him early enough, and he gets all the way to the rim.
Getting to the rim there for 2 free throws is DJ Ortiz. Matt Ortiz, a guy that really, since ASUN play started for North Alabama, you take a look at the stat sheets, look from non-conference play to conference play, and it seems like his shot attempts have practically doubled.
Yeah, they've gone way up. You talk about the last time in this building, he scored 27 points. Did a great job of just taking good shots, and he just continues to be a shot taker for this North Alabama team because oftentimes as it gets late in the shot clock, they're going to get it to a guy like Ortiz and let him go one-on-one.
Ortiz connects on his first free throw, fresh off of a career-high performance in points, three-pointers made, and free throws made. As he makes the second one here, Ortiz 27 points in the loss against Lipscomb.
But for the Lions, it's all on the defensive end. The Bears are shooting 50% and they're +5 on the boards.
The other way, Mcdaniel works on the left side, waves off a screen. Top it comes to Kalude. 3-second difference, shot clock and game clock. Baker works against Modic, 5 on the clock, pulls up for 3, way short, Susi. Got to get a shot up quick, looks at the clock, and he draws a reach-in foul. Violation. Up top to Susi, top of the key, throws up that 3, and leaves it on the toe. Possession of this second half. Good to see Cameron Hunter is back out on the court. Checked out that last few seconds of the first half with a little bit of an injury. Was able to walk it off. He's good to go. Now here comes Baker. Ignites the possession here for the Bears. Down low, Olowokere. Turnaround fadeaway, rolls in and out. Ball thought about it and said, no thank you.
And a good job by North Alabama to clean that up. That's what you have to do to get back in this game. You've got to get a stop, get a rebound, get into your offensive attack.
If you're North Alabama, what keys do you need here to turn this game around in your favor?
It's all on the defensive end. You did a good job scoring 37 points, shooting 40%. That's enough to win in your home gym. You just can't give up 50% from the field. So to me, it's going to be how does North Alabama respond defensively? Do they match up? Do they stay in that zone, or do they stay in the man-to-man they were in that first possession?
Kalude gets his first block of the game as he sends that one out along the baseline. Modic, a slap of the orange. Directs traffic, gives it off to Susi. Right to left he goes, leaves that layup a little short, and tipped out to Hunter. Little smirk on his face there. Stop and go left side, and one! Dallas Howell couldn't stop that one. Tough finish for the 6'3", 200 true freshman out of Bryant, Arkansas.
And Dallas Howell does a good job helping defensively, kind of forcing Hunter to go off balance, but when you swat down, you're going to get called for that foul. He's got to stay vertical. Good job by Hunter. Nobody stops him in transition. A guy like Hunter, you've got to stop him at half court at the volleyball line. Once he gets to the three-point line with a little bit of momentum, it's too late for you.
The and one finish, Cameron Hunter. And now he's got 13 points. Didn't take him long to get scoring in this half. Now screened up high by Damian Forrest. Modic feeds the big man down low, makes his move, turns middle, and is going to draw the whistle, Matt. That's textbook back to the basket offense. Kind of a lost art. That's what you're taught as a big man. Turn middle with your first look.
No question, especially as a right-handed guy on that side of the floor, you get to your left shoulder. That's your dominant move. That's your momentum going the right way. Forrest has done a good job all year battling for North Alabama, playing hard down in the post. He needs to have a big second half. 2 points, 3 rebounds in the first half. He needs to almost triple that here in this half.
Off the mark on his first free throw, just his 8th miss on the year. This season entered the evening 77%. Fresh off of 7 rebounds and 10 points in the last outing against Lipscomb. And he splits the free throws here. North Alabama trails by a crisp dozen. Now the kick out, Kalude. High screen. Olowokere, stop and pop long too, and that's good. Not an advised shot, but he gets it to go.
And that offensive attack possession was all about Olowokere. They started by getting him on an Iverson cut, tried to get him one-on-one. North Alabama cut it off, but Central Arkansas stayed patient, reversed the ball back, and Olowokere was able to knock it down in the rhythm of the offense.
Susi downhill, and he finishes. Hard to stop a man with that kind of strength. Gets ahead of steam and rolls right through the Bear defense.
Yeah, once Susi gets you on his hip, he feels like he's in control, and he just got all the way to the rim. No help side from the Bears, and at least 2 points for the Lions.
Hunter, crossover, spin, lays it in. My goodness. Cameron Hunter, 5 points within the first 2 minutes of the second half. The other way, Ortiz way short on the three. Here comes Hunter.
And that's the settling we're talking about. That's a good shot for Ortiz, but it's not a great shot in the rhythm of the offense.
Kalude, oh my goodness, he's human. He missed a three. And tight-roping the sidelines. Damian Forrest, excellent save. Here come the Lions the other way. Downhill comes Susi. Turnaround hook shot, leaves it short. Rebound rolls out to him. And now he finds Ortiz in the corner. Come on!
That's all heart right there by Will Susi, just staying with the play, not giving up when he missed the hook shot. And Ortiz stayed ready in position. And Will Susi hit him right in his shooting pocket so he could catch and release for a big-time three for the Lions.
Ortiz, 15 points to lead North Alabama. And now Matic stretching out the paws to tip that one out.
And that's good work by Matic. Chatham got a little bit of a length advantage, especially down there in the post. And Chatham's working hard. He's trying to get post position. But right there, Matic wins out and got a big deflection.
Central Arkansas, they lead it by 11. Matt, we talked about North Alabama adjustments. If you're Central Arkansas, you're ahead. How do you keep it here on the road?
You just keep doing what you're doing. You got to attack quickly. You got to keep getting dribble penetration. This North Alabama defense is broken down when you get into the paint.
And an in-rhythm jumper, Jared Chatham. Just his second basket of the game, however, has contributed 5 rebounds as well. Top 10 on the year in terms of ASUN rebound leaders. Number 8 to be exact, as now DJ Ortiz has this one high atop the left wing. Drives inside in the face of Baker, double clutch, and comes down to Olowokere.
Good recovery by Baker.
Bears with numbers. Chatham, 2 hands. Takes a little swing on the rim. Momentum wears that of a Central Arkansas black jersey.
And it's just all in transition. They're just getting out in their transition attack. It's where they thrive. It's how they like to play. This North Alabama defense has not responded to transition defense at all. Nobody gets back, and it's an easy dunk for Chatham.
Ortiz directing traffic. Feeds Forrest on the block. Turnaround, that hook way short. Might have had a bump the other way. Outlet to Chatham. What a feed by Hunter. Just a little too far out. Chatham couldn't control all that he can to play his part in keeping North Alabama afloat as he carries this one across the timeline here.
And Ortiz is going to keep scoring for North Alabama. We said it at halftime, say it again. Somebody else has got to help out Ortiz.
Will Susi heard your words, sir, and he's got the chance for a three-point play.
And Susi's been really good this half. He's done a great job getting his offensive game going. We've seen him getting to the rim. He's so effective at doing that. He's the right kind of guy to step up for the Lions right here.
Will Susi now with 7 points, the chance to make it 8.
And 9 rebounds for Will Susi as well, doing a great job getting after it on the rebounding end of things for this North Alabama team. 3 offensive rebounds. That's excellent work by him.
Alligator arms the free throw. Darajiak Bowsey, first time that we have seen him play in a good long while, just his 7th game of the year. And already making an impact with energy. Second chance bucket up and good. DJ Ortiz.
Ortiz using his off arm, his left hand to use the backboard against the bigger defender to get that 2-point basket. It looks like a little momentum now coming to this gym.
Fake of the pass gives Kalude one-on-one with Cisse, and he missed it.
And Agbasi doing exactly what he needs to do. Check into the game, get a couple boards.
Ortiz changes up speeds a couple times, now turns it up again. Fadeaway jumper short. Rebound tapped around, comes down to Hunter.
That's a forced shot, Ortiz. I know you just hit a layup. You're feeling good. Pull it back out right there. Get some offense going. Let it come back to you.
Cisse, the bump, picks up his first foul. Looking at the stat sheet, Ortiz, he's got 17 points, but 6 of 16 from the floor. And of note, too, I mean, this is just a true freshman, so this is part of the growing pains. It's learning when where those good shots are.
No question, and he knows that. He's got a great IQ, and he's continuing to learn the game. This is a great offense for him, the free-flowing offense of North Alabama, and he's going to be scary for the A-Sun for many years.
Olowokere orchestrates those screens to perfection, just couldn't knock home the mid-range jumper. The other way, Susi plows ahead, blocked away, and he draws the whistle. Kealu tried to pick up his second block and instead picks up his second foul of this game. 3 more remain on his 5-foul limit.
And that was smart by Susi to use his right hand on the left side of the floor. It puts Kealu in a tough place. Kealu really needs to stay vertical right there, but instead he kind of reaches down, hits the wrist of Susi, and he's back at the free throw line.
Front end is good. 1 more to go. Will Susi, 8 points. Now in the double-digit threshold of rebounds. He's got 10. Susi, a freshman on this squad. Of course, played last year. Connects on that second free throw. Matt, you take a look at this UNA roster. On paper, 7 freshmen, very young. Don't forget, a lot of these freshmen played on the team last year. Obviously, COVID giving an extra year.
Well, and you look on the floor right now for North Alabama, it's 4 freshmen and a sophomore in D'Italian Brown. I mean, this is a really young 5 right now for North Alabama. Coach Poole going deep into this youth, get them some experience and see what they can do.
Brown brings it the other way. This one to Agbausi. Ortiz, the pump fake, the drive. Shorthands the layup. Comes down to Baker. Chatham, 2 men to beat. Lets him go by. Poked away, D. Brown.
Great hustle by D. Brown. Also credit to Agbausi right there, who got back in time to slow down Chatham just enough so D. Brown could get back and help him get that deflection, and now North Alabama can set their defense. This youthful 5 right here for North Alabama really playing hard right now.
Lions down by 9. They've trimmed it down from what was at 15, and Jared Chatham's 3 rolls out.
Unfortunate break for Chatham right there. He was wide open. It's a good shot.
Susi tries to feed Agbausi, forced that one. Free steal for the Bears.
Got to be smart right there, North Alabama, in transition. You don't have to thread the needle right there.
Agbausi, strong defense, and a bump from Susi. Right now in North Alabama, they ride a 6-0 run over the last 2 minutes and change. Meanwhile, Central Arkansas, they've missed their last 4 field goals. They have not scored in the last 3 minutes and 8 seconds.
A little bit of a slow start after Hunter got going early. He got 5 quick points and it really sparked this Central Arkansas team to their biggest lead, but they haven't responded since then.
Inside, Olowokere banks it in. Heard the UNA student section. He doesn't care.
That was a good shot right there. Through traffic, took the contact. Probably could have been an and one for Olowokere there, but he's able to use the glass to his advantage.
Olowokere now has 11 on his resume. Ortiz looking down left block, finds Cisse in the mid post. Looking middle, makes his move along the baseline. What a finish.
Pop Cisse loves that left hand, and that's excellent footwork by the young fella to spin around quickly, stay on balance, and get to that left-hand hook over your right shoulder.
Lead back down to double digits for the Lions to work back from. Chatham works one-on-one. Loses the handle, corrals it. Now kicks it out to freshman of the year candidate in the A-Sun, Cameron Hunter. Loses his footing, gets it back, puts up the shot, and puts it in.
That's great defense by North Alabama. They shut down the cross screen that made Chatham had to give it up. And then it's one-on-one. Will Susi against Hunter. And Hunter, just as good as he is offensively, somehow he found a way right there.
I mean, what more can you do to defend that shot? Cameron Hunter, I mean, that's just the product of a special player as D. Brown leaves that three right side. Put back slam, Taraji Akbausi.
Akbausi gets up, the young fella making the most of his minutes right here. Coach Pujol pulling him off the bench, saying, young fella, go get it. He's got 3 boards, and that dunk right there, is that the spark this North Alabama team needed?
He wanted to bring that rim home as a souvenir. Need that one to last the rest of the season. Chatham, 1 dribble pull-up, back iron. Akbausi the rebound, his 4th. Ortiz pushes the break. Drop cross, lay in off the heel of the rim. The other way, Olowokere pushes the break. He sees he's got Chatham at his disposal. Kicks it out, Kalu. The hot hand off right. Tipped around, here comes Susi. Lions with the numbers. Kick out, Ortiz for 3. Daniel Ortiz, Matt, I mean, red hot. And now his last 14 games, this his 13th out of that stretch with double-digit points, including now the last 8.
Yeah, and Ortiz has really gotten going, and that's kind of how he is. He's a volume shooter, volume scorer, but once he gets going in rhythm, he's really hard to stop. We talked about these 2 guys in the pregame. They're the impact players. We knew they were going to put on a show tonight. They know one of those 2 guys are going to be freshman of the year. Both these guys are going to be All-A-Sun, first-team freshmen, but which one's going to be freshman of the year? And these 2 guys are not letting us down to this point.
Ortiz connecting on all 3 free throws there. He's now got 20. Talked about now 13 games in the last 14 with double digits. This is now his 5th with at least 20. And now stealing this one, Akbausi. He's been the energy plug the other way. Ortiz too far on the layup and now draws another whistle. And again, he is frustrated.
He's frustrated because he wanted that one to go. I mean, a scorer like him, he's almost selfish when it doesn't go down. And that's why he's frustrated. He thought he had a good look at it, and he did. He did a smart job of slowly pulling up just enough to take that contact from the out-of-control defense of Olowokere, and he got it up on the rim, just didn't get it to roll in.
Might be from a little bit of sweat on those hands. Got a towel from the bench to dry them off. 2 more free throws coming his way. He's made all prior of his 5. Now make it 6. 21 points on the evening. Believe it or not, he is now the leading scorer. 7 for 7.
He's just in rhythm, and you can see his body language, right? Like, he's playing confident. He's got a bounce in his step. And you said it on that steal, Akbausi. We can't sleep on his performance here. He has been nothing but energy since coming in. 4 rebounds, that steal, the big dunk off the offensive rebound. North Alabama has 17 second chance points. That's what's allowed them to creep back into this ballgame and make it a 2-possession.
And like you say, Akbausi can't knock his performance since he has come in. Again, this is just his 7th game that he's played. In that stretch, he averaged right at around 8 minutes. As you see, Caleb Hunter, his drive right by Will Susi. My goodness, Cameron Hunter dancing with that basketball. I can't believe we're saying he's a true freshman.
Yeah, he plays like an upperclassman with his bounce and his confidence.
Boy, how about the balance from DJ Ortiz to hold that one. Step back, Akbausi's 3, too strong. And up high for the rebound, Olowokere. Kicks it out, Chatham. 9.5 to play here in the second half. UNA down 6. Cato pump fakes and draws the reach-in foul of Akbausi. Talking about Akbausi, he's got just 7 total points on the year, but he does have 10 rebounds, right around an average of 2. We talk about his steals and his rebounding. He's got 5 steals on the year.
Yeah, he's active defensively, plays really hard. He's a strong, physical young man. Another freshman still learning the game, but he's worked hard every day in practice, and that's why he's got this opportunity here. Guys go down, and so Coach Poole trusts him, and he's making the most of it.
Baker's catch and shoot 3, rolls out, and coming down with that one again, Taraji Akbausi. Ortiz driving inside, loses the handle of it. Sandwiched between 2 defenders. Takes a couple of breaths, says, hang on just a second, I'm good to go.
And it's so smart. He looks up, he sees Cato closing out, but he's on his heels, and so when a big fella's on his heels in the closeout, you blow by him. That's the smart play, and that's what Ortiz did right there to draw that foul.
Boy, Ortiz, looking at that replay, his head bouncing right off the sternum of Jared Chatham. And that's a man who plays that 4-5 position. Not a light hit, but the 6', 180 freshman from Shreveport, Louisiana, shakes it off. D. Brown, the inbound man, looking. And up top, this one comes to Cisse, who pursues this one around the logo.
North Alabama needs to get some offensive movement right here. Move guys off the ball, get some dribble penetration, and see if you can't get a clean look right here.
Ortiz. All kinds of options, alone for three. A little hard. Kaelud, another rebound. Kaelud slowly approaching a double-double, needs 2 more rebounds.
That was not a good offensive possession for North Alabama. The ball never left the top of the key. Get it moving, get that defense out of position.
Kaelud, down low he goes. One dribble turnaround, sweet shot, Jared Chatham. Boy, how pretty the arc on that jumper.
Yeah, Chatham, that was clean. You can tell he's confident in that move. He's made it a bunch. He's confident right there, that 8 to 10 foot range. North Alabama's gonna have to push him out of there.
D. Brown shorthands that 3. Damian Forrest set to check back in for the Lions. Did not start this second half. Down low, this one goes to Chatham.
Yeah, the season ended today. North Alabama be heading to Fort Myers to take on the Eagles of Florida Gulf Coast. And so a lot still to happen, a lot of basketball to be played tonight, Saturday, as the regular season finishes for A-Sun.
Chatham high above the free throw line, gives this one to Hunter. High screen and roll. Kaelud pump fakes, long mid-range jumper off the toe of the rim. Oluwakari brings this one down. Shot clock resets to 20. Kaelud, another pump fake. And an easy finish right in the face of Ortiz.
And Central Arkansas just taking advantage of a lack of discipline from North Alabama. Agbasi keeps jumping at the pump fakes, but then no box out on Oluwakari leads to the offensive rebound and 2 more points. And what was a 4-point game just a couple minutes ago, quickly after a 6-0 run, Central Arkansas is back up by 10.
Damian Forrest, who's checked back in, kicks this one out to Ortiz. Dangerous pass. And that 3 out in front. Caleb Hunter, he's now got 9 rebounds. Now Kaelud all alone for 3. That one off right. Chatham, that rebound falls in his grasp.
And again, no box out from the Lions, and here's another second chance opportunity for Central Arkansas.
Chatham, a little push off, can't get the jump hook to go. 10 offensive rebounds for Central Arkansas. Inside Ortiz, off the mark on that layup, couldn't get it to drop in. No look feed, Chatham the finish!
This transition attack from Central Arkansas is lethal. When they get the ball, they're unselfish, they're moving it, they get it up and down the floor, and then Chatham, the high flyer, finishes above the rim.
That's the deadly combination of Hunter and Chatham. Chatham brings down the miss of Susi. Now Chatham 2 rebounds away from his own double-double. And now the Bears slowing things down. They realize they are up a dozen as this game slowly reaches its waning moments.
And it's been all Central Arkansas from the tip offensively. They're shooting 48%.
And a high-low feed, and the Lions force a little wedgie. Chatham thankfully fell right by the padding of that wall along the baseline.
It's a great shot of the ball being stuck in the rim there. Don't see it happen often, but it's a fun moment when it does.
It truly is. It's one of those Shaqtin' a Fool moments. So at the line for 2, Jared Chatham, and my goodness, what a deadly player he has been, has really turned it on in A-Sun play. Averages near 8 rebounds a game in conference play. That's good enough for number 3 amongst all conference players. Needs 2 rebounds away from a double-double. Matt, the last 6 games, you look at his numbers, actually has averaged a double-double, 20 points and 10 rebounds.
And really, since Hall went down, Chatham has really taken off. I mean, he has really answered the call of filling the shoes of Mr. Hall, who's a dynamic player, one of the best players in the A-Sun. And Chatham has put his name in that category, and he's been relentless tonight. The Bears are +7 on the boards, and Chatham is a key component of that.
Ortiz, left corner, his three finds the mark.
The paint, now 30 points in the paint for the Central Arkansas Bears, +7 on the boards, shutting down every chance that North Alabama gets. The Bears have answered.
Bears break the press. And now floating around with this one, Cameron Hunter. 19 points, 10 rebounds. Baker drives with this one along the baseline. All alone, Cam Hunter again. Third three of the game, Cameron Hunter. He's got 22.
And the North Alabama defense just fell asleep right there. Hunter just went all the way around the perimeter, was working with the dribble penetration of Oluwakari, comes back out to him, and wide open, dynamic score, knocks it down, and he's having a big-time night.
Over in the corner to Ortiz, pulls up another one, same result!
Ortiz, one dribble in the corner, big-time three answer right there, but for North Alabama, this next 4.5 minutes, it's got to be all stops for you. I like how Central Arkansas is just being patient and waiting for that defense to collapse.
28 points for DJ Ortiz, a North Alabama Division I record for points in a game by a single player.
And Ortiz broke his own record that he set last time in this building at 27.
That coming 4 nights ago against Lipscomb. He's got it the other way. Ortiz, he's in rhythm. My goodness! DJ Ortiz, 6 for 13 from downtown.
That rim is wide open right now for Ortiz. I mean, that hit nothing but net. Ortiz is single-handedly keeping the Lions in this ball game right now.
That basket appears that of an ocean to the eyes of the true freshman. Hunter takes the high screen. Kick out, McDaniel, long three, way too strong on that one. Lions with momentum and the break. Ortiz blocked away. Great transition defense, Lewis McDaniel.
McDaniel doesn't give up on the play. Missed the three, so what? Don't let Ortiz leak out. Gets back, and that was a huge block right there, because if Ortiz gets that two, this game's a lot closer, and this gym would have erupted.
And Forrest, he's trying to get this crowd to erupt. Pump fakes, easy lay-in for the big man. Game within 6.
But again, North Alabama, you getting stops. It's a 2-minute scoring drought now for Central Arkansas that's led to an 8-0 run. North Alabama looking to continue to add to that. But for North Alabama, these last 3 to 4 possessions, it's been you're getting it done on the defensive end. Can you find that momentum still for the last couple minutes?
Caleb Hunter, second chance to put back up in the air, and the stare down of D. Brown.
And Hunter's got 24 of his own. These two freshmen, man, they are electric. And the A-Sun's got to be so excited that these two guys are going to be around for a few more years.
I have a feeling award voters are watching this one closely. Susie at the free throw line. There's the hot hand, DJ Ortiz. I see smoke coming off that right hand. Making his moves, dancing, shaking, baking, floater left, right. Baker rips down the rebound. Cameron Hunter says slow down.
No doubt the clock is your friend right now for Central Arkansas, so use that. You've got that 8-point lead. Keep working that shot clock late in the possession. Don't turn the ball over.
Kalude finds Hunter. Up top to Chatham. 1:40 remains. UNA down 8. Kalude pump fake. Gets Brown out of the way. Oh, a nice move in the air, and the finish. Kalude's got 21.
And if you're D'Italian Brown, you can't bite on that pump fake. You did everything right on that possession except for that.
Ortiz leaves that three short. Likely UNA gonna have to play the foul game. Let's see how long they wait to do so.
I think this is the last possession. You try to get a stop right here, and then you try to foul.
Baker corrals that one. Nearly a free turnover for the Lions. Matic applying pressure, and then heeds the words of his coach as he commits what is now his third foul. And this, Matt, too, in this late of a game situation, now Central Arkansas has to shoot the 1-and-1, but if you're the Lions, even better. Outside of Matic now with 3, really nobody in danger of foul trouble.
No, it's been a pretty clean played game on the fouling side of things for both teams. Nobody really in foul trouble here. A couple of guys with 3 on Central Arkansas, Hunter and Kalud, now 3 on Matic, and that's it.
Baker's free throw in and out.
And that's a break for the Lions. You got to take advantage right here. You've got to score on this possession.
Got to move with a quickness. Ortiz, the pullback, gets Chatham in the air. Jump stop. Susie's 3. Got it! This will be Jackson Baker to inbound. Gets this one up to Kalud. Sprints past all of the defense and now stops. And Figueroa going to commit the foul on Olowokere. On the year, Olowokere 5 of 8 on the year. That's a 63% success rate. He has made the only free throw he's attempted tonight.
And this is a good free throw shooting team in Central Arkansas. They come in shooting 75% from the free throw line on the year. So you got to be feeling confident if you're a Bears fan watching this.
And they're 10 of 11 tonight. They get that first one to go, make it 11 of 12. Olowokere, a nice crisp dozen points on his resume for the evening, to go along with 7 rebounds. Connects on this one, up by 9. Ortiz sprints with this one, splits the defense, in and out comes the layup, and he drops his hands. He knows this one's slowly getting away, and now Cam Hunter gonna go to the line with a chance to make for a career-high performance. On the year, his career high came 7 nights ago, the 16th of this month when they played at home to Bellarmine. That was the second of a 3-game homestand. My apologies, that's actually the first. Hunter had 25 points in that game. Not going to get it here. Off on the first free throw. Susie loses the handle of it. Kalud has that one. Up to Chatham. Tip pass. Baker comes back out with it. Kalud, and now Coach Pujols says don't foul. Shot clock is off. This one will wind down. The players will slap hands. So there you have it. Final score, Central Arkansas 81, North Alabama 72. Central Arkansas advances to